everyone with me? Are we gonna make noises?
No.
Okay. Well then, I feel like White Pea Horse's ass.
Chris, excited as always.
He
Yes.
brings it, dude. He brings it. That's why his nickname's Sparkplug.
High level Chris.
High functioning Chris.
High functioning.
All right, everyone. This is Papa's Basement. I'm John Papa Giorgio. I'm joined by really two beautiful gentlemen today.
Hey guys.
The
You're
Dream-
talking about me, right?
The Dream Beefcake co-hosts. I like to call it. Yeah.
La la.
It's
You guys are the beefcakes.
It's a
though.
beefcake Oreo. I'm sandwiched between two slabs of beefcake.
I'd eat that.
Just the soft cream in the middle of this beefcake brisket sandwich. Pete Maybe and why am I forgetting now? Chris Lingbach.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sparkler.
This casually disgusting note to hit the start of the show.
What did I already? The beefcake sandwich?
Oh, yeah.
That was gross?
Oh, it was disgusting.
I don't know, man. I think I just sold you two as sexual titans, really.
We're going to get a lot of play after this.
I think
After this
so.
episode
Yeah.
comes out, I think so.
All four of our female fans are going to double up on the two of you. And just like real life, I'll be left to film and then edit the audio maybe afterward. And you
You're a
guys-
really good editor, though. Don't sell yourself short.
That is true. that is how I can contribute.
Just because you didn't join in on the fun.
Yeah. No, God has a plan for everyone. You guys are to have sex and procreate, and I'm to
You're to show the world.
No procreation.
I'm to let the world see what happened. Show's website, inpapasbasement.com. Every episode we have ever done is hosted there. You can also find all sorts of useful links if you are an Apple person and you want to subscribe via iTunes because you want a frustrating podcast download experience, you can do it there. If you're a Droid person because you want your phone hacked,
Stitcher.
yeah, filled with
It's your
Chinese
friend.
ransomware, Stitcher link up there. Shirt links.
You guys are safe, trust me. Or, hey, get this. You can use the Papa's Basement app
Is that
Oh.
a thing?
that I created. Yeah,
I
that is
remember
totally a
when
thing.
you paid
Wow.
someone
Has at least 10
$100
downloads.
to make the Papa's Basement app, and even I was
You look
like,
at it, and he doesn't care.
I'm going to have to get that.
yeah.
Get it, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
It's
that.
fresh.
It was a weird
I'm
thing
gonna
you did,
get it.
though.
Don't
Like,
dare me.
I feel like the day you did that, you kind of blindsided me, and you were hoping for a different reaction. You were like, I just bought this app.
Well, he thought you were going to be excited and you weren't.
It was a bit of a weird, like,
Okay, I'm to that point where I don't think John is going to be excited about anything
that's true, yeah.
that we're doing.
The only thing you can say to get me
It's gonna
excited
go
is I
unnoticed.
found a pizza.
It's going to go unnoticed and unappreciated.
Hey, John.
But that's okay. I've learned to self-love.
John, we made $1 million in the podcast last week. Oh, cool, man. That's good. All right.
Nothing is
Keep on trucking.
So what time do you want to meet for the show next week?
How much Tussin do you think I could buy with that?
Whoa, guys. That's not. It was just a weird thing to do for the show because I
That's
didn't know we
Radio
needed
John.
it. Yeah, Radio John does coughs here. Not Real John. Real John does cough pills. No, it'd be like if you walked in and you had like our little clown logo tattooed on your face. And you're like, look what I did for the show.
Isn't it awesome?
When are you joining me for this? So
I'm
like,
down with the clown.
yeah, like, is this is how we prove our solidarity?
I have one on my ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Is the nose where I think it is?
Yep.
Oh,
Right around the hole.
I feel like one day Pete's going to leave this show and then you'll realize, like, finally, like, what you didn't
what I
appreciate.
lost.
Yeah.
Pete will be
I've
like,
been planning on it.
He goes out of his way to bust his ass for the show, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's cool. All right, cool.
it'll be my boy breakup. It'll be the same way you lose your girlfriend and like all you did when you had your girlfriend was bitch about how crappy the situation was. And then she leaves and you're like, oh, these are these 5 things. Yeah.
Ooh.
This is the crap we did together, and now I do nothing with nobody.
This
A lot of truth is
spiel
said in
sounds
that
very
show.
familiar.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's
It's
exactly.
hitting close to home.
Yeah, because
Oh,
John's
so sad.
talking about his ex-girlfriend. He's not talking about the show.
He's also talking about my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's talking
It
about
was a
both
hard
of your
breakup for him.
No, pretty much. I've fired up like Netflix while I'm crying. I'm like, this is the last thing we did together.
Oh no.
As I wade through the
Poor down
and
Matthew.
Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah,
Oh, is that what you watched?
yeah. Malcolm in the Middle was our last thing together.
Imagining a grown man
That's so
crying and
weird.
Malcolm in the Middle
Yeah, we-
is one of the funniest things I can imagine.
We got halfway
I'm sorry.
through season 7, the last one. Like it had already jumped the shark hard. Like they had the 5th baby,
Oh god.
and probably our 3rd or 4th flashback episode.
Dewey was in high school.
Yeah, exactly. Dewey's already dealing. Like
That kid is so weird.
Who, Dewey?
Yeah. He's just weird looking, and he's also like the other one from the middle that never ages or never like grew any bit. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, so they were both stunted growth
Right?
kids?
Like yeah, it's weird. Do you know what I'm talking about with the middle? Do you know the youngest kid that's in the middle, which I think
Frankie
Oh, Malcolm?
Muniz.
Yeah.
no,
He's
no.
literally the titular character, I believe is the term.
Not in Malcolm in the middle.
Gross,
in
John.
the middle. Yeah.
The kid in the middle.
Say eponymous.
Like the Ginny Eat World thing. Eponymous means same title or same name.
I
Like,
don't freaking know. Just
This is some minutia if I've ever heard of it.
that's the title of the episode.
welcome back to Talking
Eponymous
Words.
minutia. No, like when you're saying the middle, do you mean Malcolm? Do you mean
No,
Reese?
there's like a show called
When you
The
say
Middle.
basement, now do you mean like an actual basement or?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just doing some
Is there-
eponymous minutia
Is
here.
there like a cellar?
Eponymous minutia. My God. Sorry, it sounds like an
Are
exotic
you
answer.
in the basement or are you just near it? Is it an actual basement?
Eponymous minutia sounds like a burlesque dancer. She sounds like a white girl with 30 extra pounds on her and a lot of tattoos. She never gets naked. It's always the pasties.
Yeah, what a bummer.
That is what.
Not a fan of burlesque.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it any kind of nerd title or like, oh, it's Harry Potter burlesque or it's Deadpool burlesque. And I'm like, you're still not getting naked.
I always feel like burlesque misses its market by not advertising directly to black men.
I feel like that's funny.
Sorry.
Chris
Are you
loves being on this show. I can look at I can
Are
see
you
it in his face.
kind of chunky white women?
I think they're missing the mark by not getting naked.
Of course, yeah.
Right? I think I'm on to
I
something.
went to a
there.
burlesque show in
Uh-huh.
New York City a couple years ago. It was at this place called the Slipper Room. I think it was burlesque. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
Sounds
it was
burlesque.
a lot of weird stuff going on. That's all I know. And I walked in, and there's just you could go up like 3 flights of stairs. There's this big cascading red velvet curtain.
Yeah.
And there was a lady. I think it was a lady.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
That's how you know you're at a burlesque show.
Yeah.
But this is why I'm not sure it was because she was topless,
Interesting.
doing dancing on the stage thing.
Oh, you're saying like girl nipples are kind of taboo?
But
in
I don't know
burlesque?
if it was to this day. I don't know if it was a girl or a guy.
Oh,
It could have been a very skinny girl. I don't know.
it was just not buxom.
But it also had some manular like
Manular
details.
affiliation.
Yeah.
That's
What
that's a word.
was masculine about this this boys don't cry scenario?
The face,
Okay.
but long
The
hair.
Adam's apple.
See, I couldn't. We were too far from the stage. I couldn't get that close to judge.
Smell it.
Yeah, like exactly. Pick up on the pheromones,
Mm-hmm.
like a bloodhound.
That's what I do.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, first date. I sniff them real good.
I'm gonna go man. I'm gonna go man.
You're gonna go there. Okay. So there was. I just want to get this out there. At a burlesque show, there was a topless man dressed in woman garb, because you wouldn't have been
Wasn't
fooled.
dressed completely. Well, not
I was
completely.
gonna
obviously.
say.
Yeah. I guess there wouldn't be so many
No, you
lingering
can't.
questions.
I can't figure it out.
When I ate at this chalkboard, I'll tell you what was what. All right, so just little.
John, have you ever been to a burlesque show?
I have not, because I have never I've never really bedded many goth women. Like I
Yeah.
had, like my first lay was kind of like a goth girl, but I feel to me like goth is almost like being gay. Like you have to learn this subculture that you're entering. Like you're not born gay and then you're like, oh, where are all the gay clubs in DuPont? This is something you learn over time. You learn the craft of being gay. So like at first you're just like, I'm just into dudes. That's all I understand about gayness.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like 5 years later, you're like, oh, this is my anal nitrate guy.
Yeah, then you get gay culture.
Yeah, this is where you buy your rainbow flags. You know gay. So
It
she
takes
was,
a little while to
yeah,
learn
she was
stuff.
just kind of like dressing goth and buying like typo negative CDs. It wasn't like,
Typo negative.
yeah, it wasn't like she knew clubs where you'd see people suspended from the ceiling with hooks in their back. And
Gosh,
crap
yeah.
like that.
She was really into him and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the little drawing that heart pentagram on her textbooks because I dated a little younger.
Yes.
still do.
Which one of us doesn't?
I'm not Anthony Cumia level about it, but
I'm getting close.
yeah, give it time. Exactly. When the next one is where the first one was.
Give it time. By give it time, you mean like a year or two.
Once
Exactly.
we start rolling in that sweet app money, you're gonna be starting going to high school.
Oh, that'll be like travel with Papa to Thailand.
Did you say high school?
High school.
Like Skrillex. Yeah. No, I've never done burlesque. Like I've never seen a burlesque show. I know that the More Like Radio family. I think our show is still heard there, except I haven't uploaded to it in 6 months, so don't know there. But one of their friends is like a burlesque dancer, and for some reason I constantly click on her profile because there's a couple shots where you're like, yeah, look at that face, look at them, and then you keep flipping through, and she's built like a chick on the side of a B-52 bomber, and you're like, those are some back of the knee dimples, aren't they? Not that I am in any position to judge, if anyone's
Can you draw
good
that
enough
for
to
me?
have me. What a back of the knee
Yeah.
dimple where, it's just kind of like it puckers in because there's a lot of meat coming from the
Puckers in.
Yeah. Like,
You use like such descriptive like things that like, and then you describe it or explain it, and you use even like more
Yeah.
confusing descriptions.
minutia, sir. Minutia. I
Puckered
imagine
in.
He's a man
back,
of many layers.
the back of the knee, if you're staring at the backs of her knees, it looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid's mouth. Where it's just like, and it's because it's all this
See, now I gotta
flesh
imagine a
together.
Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yeah, were you born in 1978? Don't you remember that Christmas we all wanted one?
You can have sex with that part,
It could.
by the way.
No, my parents were
It's
still in
definitely
high school then.
I have a speech impediment.
No, we're talking about having sex with the mouth of a Cabbage Patch Kid. It reminds me of that girl I found on Tinder earlier today and sent the way of all you guys.
Oh, John,
Oh, yeah.
please share with us her
Share
message.
Sure, I have it. I definitely have it saved still.
It's a good thing you didn't know you were doing a show today.
So this is Kiana. She's 23. Kiana definitely looks like she has the Cabbage Patch smile
Yes.
on the back
Oh,
of the
yeah.
leg.
When you
She's-
can see it from the front.
Yeah, she's a very big girl. It's not just a Cabbage Patch mouth. It's like a Cabbage Patch mouth that ate like 5 chocolate bars. There's some smearage on that skin.
She really puckered in.
Can I use her photo? Can I show that on the YouTube? Is that like against the regulations?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna
No.
cover up the.
Tinder's public domain.
Oh, that's true.
I
We're
mean,
fine. We're in the clear.
If you
John,
wanna-
hand me the
If you
phone.
want to hold it up, yeah. If you want to be Kiana's lover, you gotta
You
get on her
gotta
knees.
reach your belly button.
So Kiana, again, ample woman, lot to give.
Okay.
Pete is engaging special effects to announce he's put the phone to the camera.
Yes.
Wheels within wheels, sir.
Which I covered up in our video.
That theater of the mind stuff we were talking about before the show.
Yeah. So Kiana,
Well, that's why you guys gotta watch live.
John
first line.
Pete's walking over to the camera.
The first line, she makes a demand that is sexual in nature, and Kiana simply asks, if your dick doesn't reach your belly button, then exit my profile, please. She's also looking for something real. That's the next line.
Yeah.
And then a businesswoman.
Okay, so
but
And then the bit in that order.
so the first two lines contradict each other.
Well, she's looking for something really big, really able to reach your belly button. If your dick doesn't, I feel, by the
I feel
way,
like I would have a hard time like reaching hers. Like there would be a lot of distance between us anyway.
Wait, she's got a.
She has a belly button.
I thought
Oh.
that was the demand. Actually, reading her profile, I want to apologize to Kiana because I left to conclusions. I thought she was like, you have to, from within,
That's what I was
reach
thinking.
her belly
Tickle
button.
my belly button.
Yeah, but apparently,
Like have a long arm,
kind of, yeah, exactly. The Dikembe Mutombo,
or like skinny, and you can like weasel around corners.
yeah, probably
Is
because
it bad?
Like
not a-
reaching into the bottom of the snack machine.
I was just gonna say she wants to steal chips. It's not a sex thing. So
That's gross.
her demand is that your dick touches your belly button. And
Mine?
Yeah, exactly. That we can all hit you. You like when the Millennium Falcon is sucked in by the Death Star type stuff. Just go right in there. But like, I'm kind of out of shape, so I think I could fold my belly button into a way that I'm pretty sure I can touch my belly button, and not for a good reason. Like, she needs to be more specific in her demand.
Yeah, because
Can
I
you-
could stretch it.
Right,
yeah,
Can
exactly.
you stretch it?
Not a problem stretching it.
I'm very, like, I could lean over.
Exactly. I
and
could touch my
easily
toes.
Yeah.
You want to see it go further?
And I mean,
Look at me stretch.
everything, I'm very fleshy now. Everything can reach my belly button. So, what I'm saying is
I'm asking the room if they can reach their belly button as well.
Oh,
So I'll
sexual.
get back to you on that.
Is right like the good way or the bad one?
The touch your belly button?
No, swiping right.
Swiping right is the good one. That means heart.
Oh, so you're right. You're going to put all these ideas to
Well, because
practice.
I want to get to the bottom of Kiana's demands.
Or the belly button. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to get to the bottom of that, by the way.
No, that's
I'm pushing as hard as I can.
a hunger that never
Where does it
dies,
end?
Kiana. Yeah. Tinder is horrible, by the way. I know you're crushing it because you're pretty, Pete, and you're like,
Thank you.
look at all the girls I'm intercoursing and/or just juggling text-wise. I have like one who's talking to me right now.
That's good. It's
Nah,
better than none.
I hate having to like. I feel like I'm Tinder faithful. It's kind of disgusting.
By the way, some of these are crazy, so like don't be too jealous.
I shouldn't be jelly that
Yeah,
you're getting this.
some of these are out there.
I really need to get off Tinder. It's just a bottomless time waste. I know Chris is happily married over here, so he's just like, what is this swiping left?
I'm still trying to get to the bottom of it.
You're discerning.
That's why she's with you that long. She's like, he'll find it eventually.
There's by the way, have you noticed this in your travels, Pete,
Yeah, what?
online? Or I like how you just said yes and.
Yes.
Have you noticed that they lump in the trans women?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that like
Oh, because you
I was striking out so badly that they were like, maybe he'll just start swiping. Right.
I could also see that algorithm being in place
Yeah.
somewhere, like to some small effect on that app. And they were like,
And I'm sure it's the
Mine-
algorithm, yeah.
I'm very
not the
convinced.
pictures.
Probably just the algorithm and not his personal preferences.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's not what he wrote in his profile.
Exactly. There was like I put the word women and then like a little plus mark next to it. Women with something extra.
Women slash.
Yeah. That was
You
actually
got junk, I want a bunk.
that was my first match because I didn't know that was a thing, so I was just like Asian chick, cool. And then I got an immediate hit, and I'm like, interesting. And not that I'm of your predilection, sir, but I'm not. You know, I like. Sure, I won't kick an Asian out of bed for eating egg rolls. But
Everybody knows Chris likes Asians.
yes, that's what
Nobody
it
let
is.
that cat out.
Nobody knows that.
Yes, Chris is-
Literally nobody knows that.
Everyone knows Chris
I
likes
do
Asian.
now.
Everyone.
I was like, what is he alluding to?
No, you are insulting me, and you're insulting Chris. If you know Chris Blue Shorts Lingbot,
In your audience, and apparently.
it's pretty much German last name into Asian chicks.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a hit, and I was like, this is great. And then I looked, and yeah, I was like,
Filipino, wait a minute.
yeah, full of Pinot. Yeah. And yeah, I had to.
Good one, John.
I had to unmatch Toot Sweet. So I was like, oh.
You didn't just let it hang? You don't have to respond to that person. Like they did? Like they're doing?
I responded, can it touch your belly button? Because it's not gay if it can't reach the belly button. That's
true.
exactly. That's just a little 3D.
And
So,
chances are you'll be all right. You probably won't reach the belly.
chances are I'll be the one that gets to be the man.
Yes,
Okay.
I think so.
I would think that.
Unmatched Toot Sweet.
No, my week has been Tindering, weaning myself off of Zelda, and listening to the latest like NPR cultural experience. I'm kind of doing air quotes, but really just holding up my hand. Like I don't know the answer in class, but I want to get credit. Latest podcast from NPR from the Serial family.
Oh, what's it called again? Like K Street or something like that?
It's called S-Town,
Yeah.
short for what you would think S-Town is short for. Yeah, Shoot Town.
Shoot.
Shoot Town.
Shoot Town.
And
Suck.
I don't know why it speaks to me, but it's about a very, very intelligent man named John who still lives at home with his mom and bemoans having wasted his life in a podunk when he should have moved to a city and put his intellect to use.
Is that really like the? Are you doing a bit? Or
No, that is legitimately
Are we
what
reading
it
your
is about.
memoir?
I mean, minus the red hair and the southern accent, this should be just a show about me.
I'm
The first-
completely disinterested now.
Yeah, southern ginger.
Reading the first and last line of his memoir.
Yeah, it is a gripping damn show. Were either of you Serial guys?
Not really. I listened to like one episode.
How?
I mean,
How did you man?
Because
I
I listen to
heard
a lot of
about
podcasts, and I like funny podcasts.
Oh, okay, you don't like
Unless you were like happy that he was in jail.
Asian girl murder mysteries?
No, I don't.
All right, Chris, did you do Serial?
No, I didn't.
What? You guys are radio people.
I meant to, but I just,
All right. I'm not.
I actually didn't even really mean to.
Okay.
I never meant to. It sounded cool or whatever.
I was yes anding, and then I totally had to back out.
You like it was massive. That season 1 of Serial, and then it had like the biggest sophomore slump ever.
Really?
Oh yeah. See, I think season 1 of Serial, our podcast seasons, I guess they're.
Sure.
Yes.
No, they are. I think because there's like I've seen promotions for the season 3 of Two Dope Queens, which is like if you could make a podcast that would be less interesting to me in terms of something I want to give a chance to.
The complete opposite of Serial.
I
too.
defy you. Yeah, like Two Dope Queens is just like a podcast. I guess it's like 2 black comedy chicks just looking like sassy and knowledgeable in every piece of imaging for it. It's probably my own stereotypes coming out where I just see a black girl, I'm like sassy and knowledgeable. All right,
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the black girl.
More than likely so.
Yeah, but I'm like, you stuck up bitch. Look what you think.
And they're just trying to like enjoy their lives.
Yeah.
You're just walking around judging them.
Look at that condescending upturned nose. Who do they think they are?
Oh, God.
No, that wasn't a racial thing. They're just like kind of walking around chin up.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying.
It's fine, you're fine.
Yeah,
We're all fine.
I see people mention Two Dope Queens now and again. I'm like, really? Okay, maybe it is good. I will never find out. It is like someone getting into eating escargot, or like they're into grasshopper chips and things of this nature. I'm like, that could taste like pumpkin pie. I will never go into it.
No,
that will
sounds
not be my
gross.
fix.
I've eaten crickets.
Season 1 of Serial was about a murder in Baltimore. Wait, what?
Yeah. Like, just like you're saying, I mean, just to try it, right? You know? So I would try.
I mean,
Did you
was
just
it
grab one
Queens.
off the
I
ground?
was gonna say, was it a
No,
premeditated thing or
no.
you-
These are like
Oh.
chocolate.
Oh, it was like a gourmet
Yeah.
cricket.
Because like I'll be
Some
honest,
France product. Sure.
I think a France product.
French.
Is that one of those
Francois.
France baguettes?
No, it's Francois. It's a roommate of mine. Francois.
I love how Chris and I immediately just pictured you blacked out on your porch with like, a
I wonder
cricket
what this
crawling in your
tastes
mouth.
like.
My
Yeah.
favorite Thanksgiving dish is the green bean casserole with the France onions on top.
I do love it, Chris.
I hate you guys so much.
Oh man, is that my favorite? Yeah, that's how you picture something.
French
Nice.
onion dip.
All right, so we can move on from that bit.
Do you like France mustard? France's mustard. There we go.
All right.
Back from the dead. So you ate a cricket, but it was like a France chocolate cricket.
Yes. It was a delicacy.
All right.
Yeah. But I wouldn't do that like for real. I wouldn't dine on it.
I can't see you doing that. I can see you A, as a kid on the blacktop eating one, and B, you're blacked out, a cigarette butt from your mouth.
Blow dryer, blasting in the background.
No, oh yeah, that is how you sleep with the blow dryer.
He just has like all these chocolate covered crickets just resting on his chest.
I do eat like an otter. This is true.
Clapping your hands together.
I do. I eat on my back, and that is how I will die.
Oh
I will get drunk, and I
Wouldn't
will
be so
say,
sure about that.
yeah. Please, your liver could give out well before.
Yeah, I guess it
Yeah,
could,
food.
but like, my dog would probably save me. Yeah. So,
What, like
do we want to make
you
a
would
bet?
take your
You
dog's
guys
liver?
want to make a Deadpool bet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like how it's gonna happen?
No, I don't like the
Is
wishing
that too,
evil
is
on
that too
people.
grim?
So you put that evil on me, Ricky
Yeah.
Bobby?
It's still fun.
If I had to go with what's going to kill you, because like in all honesty, it's a race between like the liver cancer and the lung cancer, right? Like I'm not being a dick here.
Is it though? I mean, yeah.
Heart disease,
If
maybe.
nothing else is gonna hurt me, then sure. But like, I mean, it could be anything.
Well, I mean, I don't want to stick the 5-0 on you, but it could be a little.
it could be. Never done that before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
It could be.
Sorry,
It could be like,
that was too real.
yeah, like my redneck neighbor. I could see that actually happening.
Oh, you like
You
he's
didn't
gonna come
mow
over
your grass.
like American Beauty? Like
Yeah.
he's just gonna kiss you in the rain? And you'll be like, whoa.
I have had suspicions because like
He'll go back and polish his Nazi plates.
they're
and then-
so weird, man. Like a lot of them are all retired, and then they'll tell me things that they knew I was doing that I didn't know they could see. They'd be like, "Hey, I noticed your car hadn't moved for several days, and by the way,
Are you dead?
where they can see it, well, because I had two cars at the time and I didn't move it.
Oh,
They shouldn't be able to see my car though, based off where the trees are.
right.
Like
So they
they had
came
to make like an effort
They're walking around.
several days in a row to see if my car is still in
Hey,
the
I've
same place.
been patrolling your house for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
Notice your car hasn't been there.
I believe the country term is a gandering.
So you jerk off in your
For the
living room. That's
prostitute.
kind of different.
Yeah.
I noticed you used a different technique this time.
You know, you got big old bay windows, right? Your cat likes to play between them, and occasionally we see you pop up and you're sitting behind
You
your
made a
laptop.
lot. I was proud of you.
So you're going with a new brand of toothpaste these days, huh?
So it got to the point that in my kitchen window, I have my standees of Clint Eastwood and John Wayne in front of the window, like on different windows, and which looks totally white trash, a beach towel hung over it because I feel like it's too translucent and they can see through. And he's like, he just happens to be mowing this same spot. And whenever I'm sitting on my couch, say masturbating, I can see him. I like to let my legs fall asleep while I'm doing it. I'm like, I'm not getting up from this. I've got to try that actually. But it's like, because I can see him and I can't tell what he can see in my house, and it like freaks me out. Nevertheless, I think, yeah, he's going to be like, boy, you done jerked it one too many times. I got to put you out of your misery.
Yeah, I want
Those are the two that have been whacking off in my food.
God, nice.
Yeah, and then he's just mad because he's like, you never like mow your lawn, but you sure do whack your.
You're always in there whacking.
You're always in there just whacking your willy.
I just want to let people know, because anyone who actually listens to the show, we're DC based, like 15 miles outside DC, but I think this is true of most cities, at least if you drive in certain directions. 1 hour away toward your house, it might as well be like Arkansas.
Yeah, it's Trump country.
It is such a contrast to just the delightful suburbs that we play in and feel like we wouldn't get murdered in.
And you don't even have to go an hour. I mean,
No.
it goes from, the suburbs pretty much end at Manassas if you're on 95.
Oh, there's many chunks of Manassas where I feel like I am in S-Town.
Yeah, no, suburbs start and end at Manassas.
Yeah.
The rural area begins.
It kicks in. Yeah, we are not like outside New York where it's then like fancy houses in Jersey for an hour change.
But then Pete lives in the mountains too, so he's got that whole Appalachian thing going on.
Yeah, it's not even like a country thing so much. Well,
Where Mountain Dew is the state beverage.
yeah, like not to flaunt my ignorance here, but to us folks, that we live in the city and the suburbs and stuff, do you not just feel like, and I know I'm wrong in saying this, but that everything outside of the city is just this kind of uniform, we love Jesus and guns. And
My God. It is so, okay, so I was driving the other day home from the gym. I was taking the long way, and there's some really Bible crazy folk out there.
Uh-huh.
And what I thought I saw was a burning cross. And there are several people out there that have giant crosses, but they use these flickering lights to illuminate them.
Oh, right.
And it is terrifying.
Right.
You don't know what you're looking at first. I was like, oh my God, there's a burning cross.
Not going to go the long way anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think some black guys occasionally drive by and the farmers in the fields gotcha?
Yeah. I think
Chris is doing a toothless smile with teeth.
I think
cool
maybe some of those people might actually be leaning into that message. I feel like that when I see
or
it.
leaning in that direction. You mean?
And leaning in that direction. I'm like, oh boy, why have that? Why? You know exactly what that looks like. That's pretty weird,
dude. There is
I'll get a picture of it
in the S-Town podcast, which talks about, I believe, Woodstock, Alabama, which is a real S-Town, as conveyed by John B. McLemore, the man who is the subject of this podcast.
He no longer sounds smart, by the way.
There is dude, if you've ever wanted your perceptions blown away, listen to this, because you'll be like, I never thought someone with that accent could sound smart, but here we are.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It is a thing to behold. there is a 3K lumber mill in town, which has been like a heavy Klan town in its time.
The 3K. I was like, is that like
Yeah.
the Circle K? I don't
Well,
know.
no, it's owned.
Oh, 3K.
Yeah, I was like, what's
3K
he talking
lumber mill.
about?
Supposedly 3K because the three brothers involved are like, I think their names are legitimately Kai, Keith. No, Kai. I think it's Kai, Key, and Kabram.
Right, I'm sure that's an accident too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And
It's like the crosses out front.
the guy from NPR, Brian something or other, who's interviewing around this town, at one point near the end of the podcast, just asked him point blank, one of these Kai Kebram guys, whatever the hell their name is, he's like, the 3K in the name of this lumber mill, is there in relation to the Klan? And the guy you think would take this time to be like, no, it's a family name thing. I understand the mix-up.
Mm-hmm.
And his response is simply, oh, you must be one of those people from up north that got real pissed off with how we voted in November.
Oh, no.
And you're like, holy
Whoa.
yes. Okay.
All right.
That
So
is-
we're on the same
basically-
page here.
So you answered my question. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. It is a great,
Holy balls.
great,
That's wild.
like, you guys need to legitimately download and listen to that. There is not, I know this is weird given that we do a radio show podcast thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a big pod guy.
Yeah, I know. I've tried to get you to listen to a couple.
Yeah, I admit I let you down there. This is so good.
I'm used to it.
I let you down in like
I'm
every
okay.
way.
Yo, you're fine. I love you.
There is that one time I cleaned the vomit from your throat and saved your life. But
That's
other than
true.
that,
Yeah.
it's pretty much eye-opening.
When I was eating on my back.
Pete, top 3 podcasts I should listen to this week.
I don't know. Comedy Bang Bang, You Made It Weird, and.
Or are we going to take it down with like fake podcast names? Or?
Paul Besser.
Left-Handed Radio.
Oh, that's never radio. Cool.
Left-handed radio? What is
Yeah,
that?
It's an improv
satanic thing?
podcast. It's a sketch podcast, but it's improv.
Is that a satanic illusion?
What's the Paul Besser guys thing?
Improv for Humans? Yes.
I get it.
That's
That's
what it's
clever.
Yeah, I don't like when improv has improv in the name.
And then for humans,
It's absolutely disgusting.
as opposed to like improv for cats and what have you.
Mhm.
Did I say it correctly? Paul Besser?
Besser.
Matt Besser?
Matt Besser.
There we go.
Oh, there-
So, yes, the Besser was right.
back on track.
Listen to him, guys, and this show, of course, and get the Papa's Basement app. John,
Yeah.
S-Town, please. I want some perspective.
What about us?
I think I'm probably going to check it out.
It's only 7 episodes. They launched all 7 at once. It's
How long is it?
1 hour each.
That's not bad. That's my
It's
drive.
fine. I'm doing a second playthrough right now.
How much of these do they plan out? Like, I never listened to Serial. I only saw the Cecily Strong bit on Comedy Central. But do they map out the actual show before they record it? Or do they
God.
record it in pieces? What do they do?
I
To the
mean,
uninitiated like me.
okay, so for Serial, what happened was a couple years ago, a reporter, Sarah Koenig, for This American Life, learned about a murder case in Baltimore that took place in 1999.
Right.
And it involved I forget the dude's name.
Where murder happens, by the way.
Yeah. I forget. It's just a Muslim kid, and he had
It was like Adnan or something.
Adnan, Adnan Syed, something like that. And Heyman Lee was his girlfriend. And Heyman Lee, they're both high school seniors, winds up murdered. Again, 1999. I think right when I was a senior, actually. You guys were friggin',
I was a baby.
don't tell me how young you were in 99, so I can feel like both a pedophile and close to
I was in
death.
like 6th grade.
Okay,
I was 13.
cool. I will die sooner. Either of you, that's awesome.
My money's on John time first.
Yeah, you're going to see me really encourage both of you drinking
Yeah.
when we get out of here because
I need you guys to look my age.
I need something to
Yep.
even the odds.
I'm betting on John too, because if anything is before tonight, you win.
So it winds up that this Adnan is convicted of the murder, but really on like circumstantial evidence. There's no one who's saying like his fingerprints were on her body. I saw him murder her.
Preponderance of evidence.
Kind of, but not even that so much.
Hmm.
Not very shaky cases. So Sarah Koenig does, I want to say, like a year-long investigation, dude. Like just recording interviews with everyone involved, with Adnan, with his friends, with anyone she can find from Heyman Lee's world who wants to participate.
Okay, so get to the actual like blueprint of the show. Does she put all of these interviews together and it's like what 12 episodes probably.
There's probably, I think, 10 episodes, and it's her progressing into her own investigation. She's, in essence, reopening a murder case on her own.
Okay, so but she has like the outline and like the direction before she starts like going with each episode, puts like the interviews together episode by episode, and says.
I think it's more like making a documentary.
Okay, so it's a documentary on audio.
Yeah, that would be how I would look at it, with some sort of conclusion reached at the end, but really just exploring this topic and editing the interviews down for the most interesting chunks.
Right.
And her really conveying, I think, at the beginning, her ignorance of the case, and then by the end, she's arrived at like, I don't think I can learn more about this case, and hopefully you're kind of the same way, and you draw your own conclusions at that point. And it was a great listen, very cool murder mystery. The second season was just maybe a complete 180, but awfulness. It was the Bo Bergdahl case, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nobody's really interested.
I mean, it was just very not gripping. Like,
Do not care.
yeah, there's nothing universal about it, like a murder case, like a teenage romance maybe gone awry. You're like, I can kind of relate to that. And then Bo Bergdahl's just like this kind of weird, kind of evasive guy who might or might not have sold
Been a deserter.
the Americans out to the Afghanis. Yeah, and you're like, he's just weird, unlikable. I think that's what it really,
unlikable. Yeah.
that is what it truly boiled down to. Whereas Adnan, you're like, this seems like a decent kid from what I can gather. I think he was railroaded. Bergdahl, you're just like, this is a weird cat, and I don't like him very much.
Yeah.
So back to the racist dude.
Yes,
S-Town podcast.
back to S-Town podcast. Well,
Yeah,
that was-
how is that one playing out? What?
in terms of numbers?
No.
I mean-
Like, what is that? Okay,
Oh, what
we were
is the-
solving
what is the
a
crux of-
case. Yeah.
Okay.
What are we doing over here? Learning about this
So
smart guy.
get this guy John B. McLemore is like this very like hyper. This might shock you. He's hyper intelligent and liberal
He loves thrift shops.
in this. Yeah, of course. And this is his moment. He believes in same love. So
When I was a little boy.
do it. I know you're
Teaching
a
me
McLemore fan.
about white privilege.
Do it. Come on.
No, I don't know.
You don't act like you couldn't do this for karaoke.
My uncle was gay.
That is my Macklemore impression too. He writes to Brian, whatever the hell Brian's last name is, from I believe This American Life.
Fantana.
Yeah, Brian Fantana of This American Life and Anchorman. And he says, you know what? In this podunk, this completely corrupt podunk, I heard some kids whispering about a murder committed by the scion of these Kybrum, Kabrum, and Kerbert, three characters of this lumber millions.
Yeah.
And this is just a backwoods Baptist S-town. And I want you and your reporters to come down and blow the lid off this crap hole. I think you would have a real story here. And this Brian guy starts corresponding with John over the course of a friggin' year, man. They're going back and forth, recording phone conversations. Brian finally comes down after a year. He's like, yeah, screw it. I think there might be something here. And the 7 episodes are just the murder investigation, and then there's some twists that kick in really hard, like once Brian's down there, and the show kind of pivots along with that. I don't want to give away anything. Huge twist, though.
This sounds like Twin Peaks.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Except Brian is what's his tits, the Kwisatz Haderach from Dune. What's
Yeah.
his- Kyle
Kyle
MacLachlan.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
I was an M.
I have like 3 memories of Kyle MacLachlan. Twin Peaks. He's riding a sandworm in Dune. And
Portlandia.
oh, you're gonna say Portlandia. I
Yeah.
was going to say I remember him in Sex and the City with what's her face? Charlotte was trying to get predators by him, and she's like, yeah, I watched a lot
I
of
just
Sex and the
messed
City.
with
And she's
you.
like jamming hormone pills.
I'm the guy
inside
who
her
would
ass
say
cheek.
that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Whatever. Go watch a musical.
Yeah, exactly. I'm coming singing Jersey Boys again, and I watch Charlotte's bare ass.
Yeah.
Who's the queen here?
I can't argue that.
Was Charlotte ever really sexy? She never had sex appeal.
Sex in the City?
Yeah. She's always like really pretty, but I always wanted to give it to Cottrell.
Oh, she was the brunette.
She was the brunette.
Oh, I got cystic fibrosis for her.
Oh,
I-
cystic size.
I love her. No, Charlotte was Charlotte was my secret one, see, because everybody else liked all the sluts, but she was like the secret cell.
Oh, okay. I love the term cystic fibrosis because now I just picture you beating your lungs through mucus. Wow, yeah, Charlotte I always thought was just super cute, but I thought she was kind of like obvious top seed. Like Charlotte was almost the Marnie of the group if we're gonna go with super gang girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, but I would pick Marnie.
He's talking about girls.
Yeah, because the other three girls, I'm sorry, not doing it for me.
Oh, gross.
Like Marnie might look like she's crapping the sack, but she's so pretty. Who cares? Like I'll guess mine.
Yeah. She looks really good.
Yeah, I would legit just be like, Marnie, go shower. I'm gonna just.
But it's exactly like you said. Like, I don't know. Some people give you that vibe where they're just gonna be pretty boring in bed. They're gonna be like, "You should be happy you're here," and you're like,
Oh, Charlotte
I
reeked of
was.
lousy F.
I was.
And Kim Cattrall went too far in the other direction, where she could stop talking about all the dick she took. So you're like, you know what? Bit of the yeah.
Oh yeah, keep saying it, baby. You telling me about last week.
All talk. You know what? Maybe the skank. Methinks the lady doth protest too much, if you will. I think.
Me like you skanky.
You like you skanky?
I want that out there.
I mean, skanks are great. I get suckered in by a good skank really hard.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just like that. A woman that just tries to put it out there that like I like having sex. I'm not hard to have sex with. This might shock you. Chris is like nodding his head, like it's hard to process. Might shock you. Appealing to me. I'm a fan of that. Chris, are you or do you like the good girl? I had to crack Fort Knox.
No. I mean, I think everybody loves a good salute every once in a while.
Good. All right. Yeah. Exactly. You don't want to be Al with Peggy. You don't want to come home with the slut per se.
Number one girl to hate though, the girl that thinks she's so cool because she's one of the dudes, but absolutely hates other chicks. That's how cool she wants you to know.
Any girl
She wants you
that
to know that she hates other chicks, and that's how she is super cool.
Any girl who's like, I got along with guys, she's gonna screw your best friend.
Yeah.
She's a nut job. So,
Cool.
Definitely.
Worse. Just wanted to put that one out there too.
are you not a fan
In
of
case
that?
they're out there, no, cannot stand that.
You don't like that on Tinder? Just one of the boys?
Yeah, it's just you apparently swiped on one of them.
No,
that's
I have
like-
not seen much of that.
And that's like also happens to be like the
No, they were actually one of the boys.
the hack sell job that guys used to sell like a new girl to their friends. Like, dude, come on, she's just like one of the guys.
Yeah, she drinks pizza. Yeah.
So what you're saying
is,
is you're selling me propaganda to tell me that you're about to ruin my life too on top of yours.
Yeah.
you're giving me some sort of damage goods.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank
buddy.
you.
Chevy runs like it's practically new.
So we all have to check out the S-Town then.
You all definitely have to check out S-Town. It was my go-to listening all week in the car. I finished it, and because I'm autistic and I hate new things, and once something is penetrated in my world, I just do it over and over. I started number 2 playthrough.
Wow.
What is,
That good, huh?
what is number 2?
Just the second playthrough. No, it
Second
wasn't.
episode?
No, just listening to the whole thing again.
Oh.
Is this a bit?
It's not like something I do on the can or something. Number 2,
So you listen to it again.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Just listening a second time.
Sorry to know your technical podcast jargon, guys.
Yeah, number 2 playthrough.
Here it is, number 2 playthrough
I was like imagining-
of the week.
I was imagining going up to a fucking
Last week at number 3,
Fudging.
moving up one spot to number 2.
jukebox and go. I'll take the number 2 playthrough.
Something else happened this week, John.
Whoa, the death of Don Rickles that I got to tell my mom about and make her cry.
I was gonna say, not only did you get your podcast, you got to tell your mom someone
A
died.
celeb death.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty good week for you, man.
Yeah. That is my secret. Like, I like to believe I'm a good person, erroneous or not. But the one bit of naked cruelty that I always savor is telling my mom that celebs roughly around her own age have died. Because it just
I like how you
bothers her.
added roughly around your own age.
Yeah, well, if I tell her that Justin Bieber choked on cum, what's she gonna care? Like, he doesn't remind her of her own mortality and
That's
like
true.
her that the world she grew up in is dying around her. But if I'm like
Unless
Don
she's joking on
Rickles
cum.
died, yeah. If I'm like Don Rickles died, she's like, I grew up watching Don Rickles. This was a lively young comedian at one point, and now he's an old man, and he went the way of all flesh, and thus I shall too. That's the sport. That's, to quote Opie, that's the bit.
That's the bit. Was it mission accomplished?
Oh yeah, yeah. I texted immediately. Like as soon as I read it on Twitter, I just pulled over and was like, I actually went into a gas station and rather than get the gas, I just sat at a pump for 2 minutes.
Just to
texting
make
my
sure
mom.
that you could get her the news first.
Yeah, I was like, Don Rickles died. And she replies, oh no. And then because I didn't want it to end there, I just added, he was 90. she replies once again, oh no. Exclamation point.
He was not. He was such a sick bastard.
Just like, it was kind of in your age wheelhouse. Give it 2 decades, but getting there. You're aging towards this.
But you remember him, don't you?
Yeah.
You
I
just
remember
keep-
when he was young and
Yeah.
not dead.
You just keep sending out clips. Look at how funny he was.
Well, she
Still
doesn't.
alive.
She
This was
doesn't
just
have a
last
smart-
week.
Yeah, she does not have a smartphone, and she is getting one, I believe, soon, and that will be amazing. Where I can just link to articles of Slip.
Oh God!
Like,
Just
it'll be-
hit her with a headline.
Oh yeah, like what I should do is link her to like YouTube compilations, and she'll be like, "Oh, Don Rickles was great. Why did you send me this?" And then just a link to like
And then
CNN
afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh no, now I miss him even more because I saw him alive."
God, you're a sick bastard.
It's,
I do like that. Was that what you were saying about
That's
my week? or
perfect,
Was there
yeah.
something else you wanted?
no,
to
I did want to bring up Mr. Don Rickles.
Oh, okay. He did die.
He was a legend, but I also thought that it was funny because I think he would have been proud of you.
Don Rickles?
Yeah, I think he would have thought that was pretty funny.
I'd like to think Don Rickles would be proud of me.
Yeah.
I'd like to think a lot of people who are funny and powerful would be proud of me, and I just haven't been heard by them. And that's what's happening here. And it's not just that I'm a mediocre talent, that nothing's broken for me in 10 years.
Hey, John, what do we got on the time, though? Because we got some stuff we need to sell, but we can keep going a little bit further. Where are we at?
No, we can really, we can start doing the hawking, because by that I mean curling up in our wheelchairs and talking through a monkey's jaw. No, we can start hawking our wares, but because all I have in terms of a bit is we were outside and Chris started mentioning like touching your she dick and your she balls, and I was like, I could have come in as like the View and just been like, I took the biggest she leak through my she dick, and
Oh, yeah.
but that was a bit for the beginning, and we didn't
Oh, no.
do it. So.
Well,
we
that's
can
a sketch, then.
hawk wares. Is this where we're gonna take the time to hawk it?
Sure,
you want to do a separate commercial
sure.
too?
I don't know if you guys follow me and John on the Twitters. If you don't, what the hell's
Should.
wrong with you?
And
You should be
Christopher
doing that.
Lingbach.
And Chris Lingbach at whatever his Twitter handle is. Can
Yeah.
you say it? Okay,
Oh,
he doesn't.
sure.
He doesn't want to.
At Chris Lingbach.
At Chris
Or is
Lingbach.
it really? I thought it was like at Blue Shorts.
No,
57
he
or something.
changed from his slave name at some point. He's now just Chris Lingbach, but he used to be like Chris Lingbach 1067 Blue Shorts Life, or there's a weird hodgepodge of stuff in there.
Can you just hawk your wares, please?
Okay. All right.
Aw. So if you guys may have noticed that on the tweets that we were approached by a company called Clone-A-Willy.
Is that where they take dead orcas?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Give you life-size models to bring home with you and put in your Moe's Tavern.
Nice. Chuck me one of the Clone Willis.
Your
Would you like
Moe's
one? Here you
Tavern?
go.
Did you say Moe's Tavern?
Yeah.
Happiness.
They're on to us. It's a great episode.
Yeah.
So guys, they gave us 2 Clone-A-Willy products. Now the Clone-A-Willy product is something to make a silicone replica
Well,
of
explain
any-
Clone Willy.
any penis, by the way. It doesn't have to be your penis. It could be a stranger's penis.
It could be your cat.
Yes, it could be a cat
Oh my
penis.
God.
I do not think that Clone-A-Willy endorses these kinds of things. However,
Yeah, they probably don't.
any penis. Just keep that in mind, all right? It doesn't have to be your husband's. It could be your husband's best friend.
Clone Willy. If you've ever heard of the plaster casters, those famous groupies in the 60s and 70s who'd walk around and it's like take Gene Simmons' penis or Jimi Hendrix's
Yes.
penis. They would make a mold of it. Well, that technology has come to the masses.
Yes, you remember when you were a child and you were in, say, elementary school,
Yeah.
and you made a mold of your hand to give to your mother.
Yeah.
Well, now
I
you
thought you
can
were going to go a
upgrade.
different way with that.
When you made a mold of your penis in
Well, I
elementary
was going to
school
say when
and
every
sold it
kid
to the
was like,
janitor because he asked for it.
my dad walked out of the shower and had the biggest penis, and you're like, no,
They all
my
do.
dad. You could bring in your dad's cloned penises and put up or shut up.
Yes. So if any kids out there want it,
if
they
any
can have it
kids
too. I don't
want
see why
to
this
clone
has
a
to
dick,
be over 18.
So Clone Willy sells you this cylindrical object. It kind of looks like a map of the Americas, not the world,
Or it
but
just looks like a cylinder.
a cylinder, sure.
Yes.
Something you would put France bread in.
Yeah.
And on the side of it is a picture of an erect penis and the words Clone Willy, and it's this delightful kit. We have two of them. One is in glow in the dark, like a neon. I'm
Yes,
guessing.
John is holding the glow in the dark one in
Yeah.
case.
You can take it to a rave and
Yeah.
wave it around
Yeah.
when you're high on the ecstasies. And you have a purple
And
one.
I have a
What is-
neon purple clone of Willy.
So if you're,
In 4
Yeah.
easy steps, you can make a clone of your.
it is a neon purple. That
It is
the
a
color,
it
yeah.
says neon purple.
So
yes.
if you grew up watching Barney
Neon purple
or you
Headed
watched
Monster.
Grimace in the McDonald's commercials,
You can only imagine what their penises
yeah,
would look
you
like.
could make a big purple penis
Yeah.
and
Or one that you're choking
get your
really hard.
fix. The kit is amazingly simple to use. You simply take the molding powder. There's just 4 steps right on the side of the package. Step 1 looks like you're making pancakes. You're dumping this powder in a bowl. So far, so good.
I'm
Step
hungry.
2, pour mixture into the tube and insert erect penis.
I got one of those.
Yeah, exactly. You got a couple of those lying around.
Trust me, guys, you have everything you need at home.
Yeah, a 3 pull-away mold filled with body-safe silicone. So you've made this
I've
little
got that.
hole
It's in here.
in the it's all in the kit. I don't think they're making you melt your own silicone.
So I have to know, like, if I was to use this, I think I would wiggle a little bit. Like, I think once it was in there, I might cheat.
Try to get like an extra inch
I
out
might
of it.
cheat a little and start like hula looping, just be like, all right.
Or
Yeah, that's a little thicker now.
I would legitimately I would cut the cylinder in half. I would form one mold, then I would take a second worth,
Put it on the top.
do it again, yeah, and then just slice off
Like
the
a
tip.
hat.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you're putting Lincoln logs together. Almost.
Yes.
Yeah, and just have a double-sized one. And
It's a
then you
weird
could
bump in
send
the
that.
middle.
Yes, a horrible scar from where it's guillotine.
I would call Clone Willy and ask if they have any bigger cylinders.
Oh, God. These things are monster. Like, they're intimidating.
They don't come in ling box sizes.
No, they're absolutely intimidating.
Oh,
Like,
they're
I am
clone-
not going to use any of this.
I mean, the Clone Willy, there's,
I'll get to the Willy part of it. There we go.
I mean, look, if you guys are hung like me, we could easily, like the entire cast,
We could share
could
it.
use one package.
Yeah,
from
maybe
the-
that's what it's meant for. Maybe it's meant to make a couple more.
Just for like a bachelor party, like you're all
Yes.
cloning each
You
other.
guys are all
Yeah.
standing around in a
Yeah.
circle cloning Willys.
Yeah, Vegas, baby. It looks very
and
fun.
by the way, guys, these are vibrating. I don't understand how that happens, or maybe it just comes with a little bullet.
Uh-huh.
But it just comes with a bullet. It says this is a vibrator. But you may be able to like install that when the mold is still soft.
Why are you holding it up to your mouth?
Sorry, excuse me. Because it includes easy to follow instructions, molding tube, body safe, very important, body safe molding powder, 2-part, 100% platinum pure silicone, stirring stick, and a vibrator.
Mine
So,
vibrates
like-
too because I have Parkinson's.
Can I see that for a second?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Pete's reading it. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, and so all right, so you guys heard all about the willies.
Yeah.
But what about the ladies?
So we can clone a penis, give it to your girlfriend, give it to your friends for a laugh. I think it would be funny, like everyone clones them, and then you pull them out, and whoever has the biggest one is elected king of the group.
Gets-
Right?
This is like
no,
the.
gets beat to death with the rest of them.
It's like Julius Caesar getting stabbed.
It's like a pillow fight on steroids.
Just smacking each other's cheeks.
I know what we're doing next slumber party.
Yeah.
I'm not falling asleep early this time.
What's it called?
Clone a Willy.
Clone Willy. And we also have, for the ladies, John, can I say the P word? Is that one of the no-nos?
Clone a kitty.
Clone a flower?
Yeah, it has a picture of a flower.
It does.
On it.
So that's what I'll say. It's a clone a flower molding kit. Now, John, here, you want to look at that?
Yeah,
So
throw
we-
that over here because I understand how.
I don't
Clone a
understand
Willy
how they
works.
work. I don't understand how flowers work in general. To clone
Yeah.
one sounds
Oh, they are
insane.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the bee rests on the pollen, takes the pollen
Yeah.
to the next flower.
And then
It's
the baby
true.
falls out.
God, she's got a lot of bees.
So
By the way.
while-
I think
while-
she's had a lot of bees.
The art on the side of the Clone a Willy package is very intuitive. The art on the side of the Clone a Kitty is it really does look like a cement trough,
Yeah,
like
it
you're
does.
fixing, like you're laying bricks.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, and
That
then
looks
there's
intense.
2 different jars of chemicals. But let's see what exactly. Let's walk everyone through the process of
Yes,
cloning your
please.
flower.
Yeah, because when we give these away, I mean, you guys are going to want to know how to use them right away. You might not even read the package.
Yeah, don't do that. Like, read the package for
Please,
once in your
please
life,
read
for
the
the love
package.
of Christ.
Yeah, do not
Do
throw away
not
the
just start
instructions.
dumping powder inside your, you know what.
Flour.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
flour. First, mix 2/3 cup warm water with your bag of molding powder together in a bowl.
Okay,
2,
simple enough.
pour the mix into our special molding container and press it against yourself to make. Oh, I think you're just making a mold of the front.
The front of the flour.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
so you can wear like a necklace or something.
exactly, or like a war trophy, like you cut off a Japanese ear in the Pacific.
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot more
Easy,
sense.
that's topical.
Yeah, exactly. Bring our boys back home. When the mold solidifies, pull it away and fill it with our 100% body-safe platinum cure silicone. Wait 24 hours for the silicone to cure, and voila, your perfect kitty replica is complete. Okay, now I get
So
it.
I can't use it? Is that what they're saying?
I legit thought you poured it inside yourself like a barium enema, and
Yeah.
then pulled the entire horrific.
The inner workings of
Pretty
the
much,
air.
yeah, like it looked like an inside-out caterpillar.
That
being
abortion
pulled.
you had.
Well, I think this may not go over too well with you guys, but these together, buy them both. It's perfect for couples to do together.
It is.
Yeah, so because people don't use sex toys for escape, this way you can forever have each other.
Yeah.
I
Do you have a loved one who goes on business trips all the time? Clone is Willie.
Actually, I think it would be a great move if you had someone you thought you were going to break up with soon, but they were really good in that realm.
Yeah, you knew you were gonna break up with them.
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, do this for me, and that'll be like really fun. Get it, and then be like, all right, homie, see you later.
Yeah,
Bye,
especially
homie.
with a girl, you'd be
Bye,
like, she had the
homie.
nicest one ever. And then
Yes.
your friends would be like, that is not, you cannot prove that.
That's cool.
We just have to take your word for it. You're like, no, you don't.
Check it out. I actually cloned her
Yeah.
flower.
It's
I
close.
go right.
Down to the DNA.
As you pull out your necklace.
Yeah, exactly. You're
I'm gonna have her
clone
sign
flower
it too.
It's this amazing new process called photosynthesis.
Oh, and guys, so we're giving away these products for free. They're going to be based off of like randomly picked from people who retweet this show that's going to be coming out.
Yeah.
And also, so if you don't get your hands on one and you really, really want one, we have, if you don't get your hands on a Willy, we also have a code on the Clone a Willy website,
Mhm.
which I'm going to look that up super quick and I'll get back to you. But
That'd
the
be
code
nice.
is Papas. So,
Oh,
I mean, if you just
yeah.
Google Clone a Willy, you're going to find it. But
Well, what's going to get you
use-
harder before using the mold than typing in my name?
With an apostrophe.
No apostrophe.
P-A-T-A-S.
P-A.
P-A-P-A-S.
That, if you just
Papas.
Google the words clone a Willy, clone-a-Willy,
Yes.
you can get your hands on this delightful product. So what, are we giving out two to the listeners?
We are giving out all three.
All three. We have a
Yeah.
glow-in-the-dark Willy, we have a neon purple Willy, and we have a clone a kitty. Now,
Papas.
I don't, frankly, you guys getting the clone of Willy can drink the
It's just
contents and die for all I care.
CloneAWilly.com.
But clone a flower, I want to see the results of that one. We'll give that to us. You know
I
what's
do
gonna
want to see
happen.
that. Whoever gets it, please.
You know what's going to happen?
I know who's going to get it.
I know, it's going to be like Nate, and he's going to make like a fake girl account, and then he's going to like clone his ball sack
Nate?
or his BH or something.
Nate, what are you?
That's a B-H.
I know you're in here. What are you thinking?
It's a boy flower.
Oh.
Yeah. I know we're going to get duped.
Clone
I
a BH.
know we're going to get duped. It's going to be one of the guys.
Better be a good bitch.
Yeah. If one of our more attractive female listeners could clone their parts, that would be fun.
Yes, please. We
Yeah.
know that we have a couple of you.
And
so
then
please.
like the King and Braveheart, I'll declare prima nocta, and I'll be the first to enjoy the toy, and then you guys can like flip a coin.
No,
for two and three.
I will look at it from across the room behind glass. That's
Okay.
like the most I'll do.
Yeah, that would be the bit. One of the girls uses this, mails
Please.
it back,
That'd
and
be
then
awesome.
on air, I make sweet love to the product.
And I describe it.
Chris is like, I'm a professional, and now
Chris and I will do the play-by-play.
Yeah, that's
He-
right. We'll do the play-by-play.
He's a
I'll be the
sports.
color guy.
He's a sports guy.
we the Joe Bucket Pro Aikman of me size across the leg. You're just
Oh,
going
looks
to
like
get
his voice-
really red in the face.
I was gonna
That's
say, it looks
a
like
lot
our
of
boy's
sweat.
getting winded 60
Yeah, I was
seconds
gonna
in.
say.
I'll be like,
60.
I'll be like, and the crowd is really into it. You can tell by how they're standing up and down.
He is gassed.
Just covered in sweat 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to tap in? Well,
Nate said unless you want to mow with his wife's tag.
that could be
Chime
fun.
in.
That could be fun.
Be careful what you wish for, sir.
Yeah. Oh my God, that could be fun. So guys, we are going to put on the website and in the Twitter the little rules
Links
on how to
to
get
this,
this. So we're
yeah.
going to probably just have people retweet the episode once or twice, and then we'll pick at random
Papas.
papas. Yeah. Well,
That's it. We got some goodies.
Yeah, guys. A big thank you for listening, and a big thank you to Pete and Chris. I always love this cast. It's
Thanks, man.
Papas.
Papas, Chris Papas, Pete Papas, or like they're known as John Papas, Papas Basement. In papasbasement.com, go there every episode we've ever done, as well as links to the Twitter, the Instagram, maybe he's on there. I don't know, it's all at Papas Basement for the most part.
Papas.
Yeah.
Papas. In papasbasement@gmail.com if you ever want to get in touch with us. And a lot of you guys don't use my personal email. Like, not that I don't like it. I
It's just going to
actually
be hard for him to reach you.
no, I'll never reply. Like if it goes to inpapasbasement@gmail.com, it'll go to Papas. It'll go to Pete as well, and he'll actually reply. Whereas if you find my personal email and send it
That
there,
live chat just all says Papas.
Papas.
yeah, no one's gonna reply. Like I'll read it, and then I won't reply because I'm a piece of crap and I'm paralyzed.
But I'll reply, guys.
Yeah, so go on iTunes, subscribe to In
Papas.
Basement. On Stitcher, it's
Papas.
Basement.
We also have an app.
Yeah, which is called In
Papas.
Basement. And YouTube channel. Share us via YouTube. That's a good thing. I think.
Yeah, you could go to
In
Papas.
Oh no, it's just youtube.com/Papas Basement.
Papas Basement.
It's just YouTube. YPP.
Until the next one, we are out of here, and Don Rickles still dead.
Papas.
Papas PPs.
Papas.
We're home free. School's
Oh, Chris, you gotta
Thanks for
you got
listening,
fun
everyone.
energy.
Talk about
Thanks.
Yeah, no.
Show, great guests tomorrow. You go home. Have a glass
We got
of
5
wine.
watching right now.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Crazy.
Oh, that's
We love y'all.
Yeah.
You're the best.
All right.